Afternoon. Lemual Adson. We're supposed to introduce ourselves in our native way, so Diné Nation. Those are just my 4 clans that I belong to in my tribe. I'm a new superintendent to Kayenta, but this is my 3rd superintendency. So my learning curve on the initiative is very sharp. I didn't know anything about it, but I had teachers in the district who were like a squeaky wheel and made me understand that it was important for me to come to learn about the initiative, and I'm glad I came. So thank you to our teachers who invited me. I also, the NAU connection, our facilitator, Angelina, she thanked me for the school board resolution, and I didn't know anything about that either. And I said, okay, I'll put it in front of the board because I was being bombarded by 1,000 different places. So now I have an understanding of the work that's going on. The Navajo Nation, Diné Nation, as was said earlier, it is a large land base. It's in Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. There's a whole bunch of education systems on the land. There's, of course, the Arizona Public School, New Mexico Public Schools, Utah Public Schools. There are federal bureau schools, tribal grant schools, parochial schools. So there's all these systems in which we're trying to put the boundaries down, and because teachers are teachers, but the policymakers and the governing board members are all different. So we have to figure out a way how to recruit teachers across the many systems. I understand the importance of developing your own curriculum because it makes a teacher put minds on, hands on, and learn the process of the importance of rubrics and assessment and objectives and standards and everything that needs to be in the curriculum unit that they're developing. That process is very important to the teachers. We recognize that. But at the same time, when you're thinking about superintendent and governing boards, we are policymakers. We want to see product. But teachers, it's more important to have the process in place. Where us, in our team meeting, I said I would like to see data, because unfortunately that's what drives policymakers. We got to see that the initiative is making a difference. So we need to consider that and figure out a way to have some tangible evidence that we're making a big difference, other than having engaged students and students who internalize the learning. I was really impressed yesterday by the students who spoke. That learning to them was deep. It's something they're going to remember forever. It's not something you're going to learn and then forget about because you never use it. It's something that's going to influence their life, and that's really what we need for our kids to all experience. We want them to be learners instead of just being a vessel of knowledge that they collect. We want them to apply what they learn. And being creative and being fun and doing something different will always make you better. So I really appreciate hearing that yesterday. We were talking about recruiting efforts to the initiative. We had a board member in our group from one of the public school, and she said we need to make sure that we inform the governing boards so they have a better idea of what the initiative is about. And like I said, we have so many systems that we're dealing with on Navajo. I'm not the Navajo rep. Roy Tracy is the rep, so he can speak to that. We need to educate the boards so that they can get on board and support the teachers. I'm new, like I said. Everybody was saying, thank you for supporting your teachers that come. And I was like, wow, I don't even know what I approve, but it's okay. But now I understand, so keep up the good work. I'm really impressed by the Diné Institute because it's teacher-driven. It's not board or the administrator-driven, so I appreciate that. And thank you, Jolene Smith, for doing that.